Hello guys, today we're going to unbox our Bio 110 lab kit. Before we do that, I'd like you to print out the inventory list that's on your lab manual. It's on pages 6 and 7, so you have a list of items to check off. So now let's open the lab kit. You will use the contents of the kit beginning on lab 3, but it is important to find out if you have the complete set of materials, nothing is missing and nothing is broken. So if that's the case, if there is something broken or missing, please communicate with your instructor so that your items can be replaced. So now let's look inside the box. As you can see, the items inside the box is organized in different Ziploc bags. So they are grouped according to the type of items. For example, the test tubes are together, or they are grouped according to the experiments that we're going to use them. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to bring out of your box are the test tubes, because these are breakable. So you have one Ziploc bag of large test tubes, and you also have another Ziploc bag of smaller test tubes. So you just take out, the test tubes are bubble wrapped. 2 test tubes are in one little packet like this that's in the Ziploc bag. And you can check from the edges, or you can pull out the test tube to make sure that they are not broken, that they are all intact. Okay, and also the size, you make sure you have a large test tube, and that is different from the other set of test tubes, which are the smaller type of test tube. So you can just push the test tube out of the bubble wrap, and just to make sure that you have 2 sizes of test tubes, the large and the smaller size, because in one experiment we need to put this smaller test tube inside the bigger test tube. Okay, so that's the reason we need these 2 sizes of the test tubes. Okay, so I'd like you to check all the test tubes and make sure that nothing is broken and you have a complete set. Okay, let's put that in the side. Okay, the next item that you're going to pull out is this bigger Ziploc bag that says, the label says in-box items. So these are a number of reusable materials that you will use again and again for the different experiments, and they will also contain disposable items. Okay, so once you open this up and you pull out item by item, I'd like you to have your inventory list and you are checking off each item so that you make sure that it is all complete. Okay, I'll put that on the side. It will take time for you to do that. You also have reusable plastic beakers. And you have a test tube rack that you can assemble, that you will assemble this way, that we will use as test tube rack. And there are different items per experiment, and they will have a number, okay, on the label. For example, this is 3, that is lab number 3 for the biological molecules. And it is important to have your inventory list and look at the different items inside this lab number 3 and check them off, because there are different chemical reagents and items that is needed for that particular lab. So it takes some time to really go through each of the labs. So you have lab number 3. You also have lab number 5. This is cellular respiration. Here we have beans. We have bronchithiol blue. We have several items. So again, look at your inventory list and take out each item and check them off. You have photosynthesis experiment, lab number 4. You have acetone, and you have chromatography paper. You have, for the nervous system, you have an action potential model. This is lab number 7. And for lab number 14, you have ecosystems and communities. You have macaronis and speckled beans. So all of these items, I know it will take some time for you to go through the list and communicate to your instructor if you find missing items or broken items. Okay, so now you're all set. We can get started.